Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel English Destination. Most of the students get confused in voice. That's why I have made videos on voice to clear all your doubts. Tense wise I have made all these videos, so watch till the end. In English language, you will get 12 tenses, but active passive voice is possible only with 8 tenses. So all these 8 tenses I have divided into different parts, including affirmative, negative and interrogative constructions. So don't miss this video. Watch till the end. Do watch, like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon. Let's get started. Pronouns play very important role in active and passive voice. So first we will see all the pronouns, how it changes when you turn any active voice to passive, that we will see. First person active voice, I is given, then you have to change I to me while turning to passive voice. Same way, we to us. Second person you in active voice will be same in passive as you, in singular and plural both. Third person he, him, she, her, it, they, them. So you have to learn all these pronouns by heart. Today we are going to see the past perfect tense. Affirmative sentences means in positive sentences we are going to see active and passive. First, we had made all the arrangements before the guests arrived. So here we, that is subject, had auxiliary verb plus made, that is V3 form. Here we have to use V3 form because we are doing past perfect tense. So in perfect tenses V3 form will come. All the arrangements, that is an object, and this is active voice because being is not given and by is not given. That's why active voice. Let's turn this active voice to passive. All the arrangements, this is an object in active voice, becomes subject in passive voice. So all the arrangements will work as a subject in passive voice. Then according to this you have to put here appropriate auxiliary verb had. In singular and plural both you have to add here had only. Had. After that put been, B-E-E-N, been. It is compulsory in passive voice. Then you have to write V3 form of the main verb. Okay. So here V3 form only will come. In active voice also we are doing past perfect. That's why had V3. So same V3 form will come, but you have to add been in between auxiliary and V3. After that you have to put by and then we becomes us in passive. So that is an object. Then rest of the sentence after before will be the same. Before the guests arrive. So this is passive construction. Next, I doubted that someone had bribed the examiner. So here someone subject, had auxiliary, then bribe, that is V3 form, then the examiner, that is an object, and this is active voice. Why? Because been is not given and by is not given. Okay. I doubted that. The same thing you have to write without any change. And then you have to add here object first. So the examiner, then had, then add BEE and been, then V3 form that we have already written here in active voice. Same thing you have to write. And then put full stop. No need to write by someone, because when you find this kind of subject, someone, people, government, no need to write here in passive voice. So here you have to put full stop. So this is passive construction. Next, all the points had been discussed by the committee members before the president came. So here all the points, subject, had, auxiliary verb, been you have to put here because we are framing passive voice, discussed with three form, by is given, and then the committee members, that is an object, before the president came. Same thing you have to write. This is passive construction. How can you say, because here been is used as well as by is also given. That's why this is passive voice. Now how to turn this passive to active? So here the committee members, that will come in the beginning. After that had, then V3 form. You have to remove been because we are framing active voice. That's why. Then all the points that you have to write here. Subject, so here it becomes object, and then same sentence. Copy the same. Before the president came. This is active voice. Let's see negative sentences. First, he did not leave off till he had received the full payment. So here he did not leave off. So this will remain the same. After till, whatever is given, that you need to change into passive. So he, subject, had, auxiliary verb, received, V3 form. Then the full payment, that is an object. This is active voice because been is not given and by is not given. Next, how to turn this to passive? So same sentence you have to write in the beginning. He did not leave off till. Then here the full payment, that is an object, so it becomes subject in passive. So the full payment had, then add been, then V3 form, and then by he becomes him. So this is passive voice. He did not leave off till the full payment had been received by him. Next, the girl had not sold the pen before I went there. So this is active voice. The girl, subject, had, auxiliary verb, not is given because we are framing negative sentences. Then sold, with three form, the pen, that is an object. Now we will turn this active to passive. The pen will come in the beginning. The pen had, then add not, then been plus V3 form, then by girl. The girl, that is subject in active, becomes object in passive voice. So by the girl, then rest of the sentence will be the same. Before I went there. This is passive construction. Now we will see active passive voice with interrogative sentences. First, had he won the tiger before firing the gun? So question mark. So had, auxiliary verb, he, subject, won, V3, and then the tiger, that is an object. Before firing the gun will be the same, and this is active voice. How to turn to passive? The tiger, that is an object in active voice, becomes subject in passive voice. So before that you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb. Had, then the tiger, been, won, that is V3 form, by him, then rest of the sentence will be the same. Then put question mark. This is passive voice construction. Next, had Mr. Jani been praised by Mr. Shah? This is passive voice. By is given and been is given. So this way you have to identify voice. So had auxiliary verb, Mr. Jani subject, been you have to add because we are framing passive. Then praised V3 form, add by, then Mr. Shah. After that question mark Mr. Shah, that is an object in passive voice. Now we will turn this passive to active. Okay, object becomes a subject, but before that you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb. So had Mr. Shah, then praised, V3 form you have to write. Don't write V1 or V2. V3 only will come here. Then you have to write Mr. Jani. Subject becomes object here. So this is active voice. Had Mr. Shah praised Mr. Jani? Next, with WH questions. Where had the librarian put the books before the students came? So where, that is WH question, had auxiliary verb, the librarian subject, put V3 form, the books and object. And before the students came, the rest of the sentence will be the same in passive also. Question mark, and this is active voice because here been and by is not given. Next. Same thing we will turn into passive, where same after that according to the books you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb before that. So where had the books, then add been, then V3 form of the main verb, put. So put is given by the librarian and before the students came will be the same. Then put question mark. This is passive construction. Next. Why had she advised me to be careful? So here this is active voice. WH question. Then had auxiliary verb. She subject. Advised V3 form. Me. This is an object. And to be careful, that is extra information. After that you have to put question mark. This is active voice. Now we will turn this active to passive. Why? Then me becomes I. But before that auxiliary verb will come. Why had I, then been, then advised, that is V3 form. Then to be careful, that is extra information you have to add and then write by her. She is given, so her will come. Then put question mark. This is passive voice. It's practice time. Change the voice. Okay, 3 sentences I have written and you have to change the voice. Your time starts now. Let's check answers. First, my brother had taken breakfast before they sang. So, answer, breakfast had been taken by my brother before they sang. Next, what had you read before you appeared for the examination? Answer, what had been read by you before you appeared for the examination? Last one. Hadn't he advised me earlier? Hadn't I been advised earlier by him? Hope you learned a lot from this video. See you soon in my next video. Till then, keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing, keep learning and keep subscribing. Thank you so much.